What kind of stuff are they giving you the most trouble about in terms of censorship? Is
Like,
nudity or
like
language?
waking up.
Just getting out of bed in the morning?
They just have it in their minds that they want to hire somebody, but they don't want any communication made. You know, they want to like make you into something. I don't know. It's like, I guess it goes into white homes. They're worried about that a lot.
What do they? Yeah, you know, it's funny. Gwen Barrett, our associate producer, or sometime producer, is black. You know, and Carmen Matias is
You
Hispanic.
have to be colored to be on television. You can't,
Yeah, colored.
Yes, you can't be black. You have to have a little colored in there. Just a taste.
Tad.
Yeah, just to keep it interesting for America.
Yeah. Well, she said, we were talking about your humor, that your humor offends white people. And I'm not that easily offended. Like, I'm not coming from a spot where Richard Pryor is going to offend me. I think you have humor that makes us see a lot of the truth and laugh at things we wouldn't normally laugh at. I think that's part of what you're doing. What do you think that these executives are afraid you're going to do to white America?
Probably stop some racism.
Stop racism.
Hey guys, this is me, Crimson 60620, and if you ever want to actually get some great art and help support my channel, help support me, check out my merch page at streamlabs.com/Crimson60620 / Here you can actually find great pieces of art put on t-shirts, and it'll be updated frequently with a lot of my other art. So thank you for support, and please enjoy the video. Thanks. What's up, everybody? It's Crimson 60620. I am here, and I'm doing another video pre-recorded for you guys because, hey, you guys are what make my channels grow. I'm here doing a video really based on just some interviews with some Trump supporters. And I'm just trying to figure out and understand just their mindset. You guys come along with me. These are a few short videos in tandem, so I didn't want to actually do them on live stream. I just wanted to actually make sure that we have that conversation and just see what they're talking about. Anyway, if you guys like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Remember, Patreons get this video a few days early, and I think I just said that shit, but you guys know what I mean. And let's get into the video. All right, so we're actually looking at this video, and we're gonna be seeing what these guys actually talk about. This was an interview. There's a couple of videos in succession that I saw on the Young Turks. So let's listen to the video.
I can tell you right now, if they steal the election, all bets are off. How about civil war? Let's go for it. Everybody has had enough. Enough. You want to play this game more? Watch what happens.
Be honest.
Done an excellent job on COVID, and while the Democrats were so busy trying to impeach him, they ignored the virus, and they're still ignoring the virus.
Now, this is actually interesting. One of the things that you can actually hear, like, the cognitive dissonance about what's going on with this guy. And I don't want to make sure I don't want to seem like I'm calling him stupid or calling him dumb. This is not the take for that. He's not a platform holder, and he's not, you know, advocating this shit on a platform. He's one of the followers. And so I'm going to be a little bit more charitable. So what you see with this guy is that, like, first, I'm not gonna let them slide where the Democrats like bullshit. But what kind of got me is that he's doing a great job with the virus, and they're gonna steal the election. It's like Daddy Trump has told him like, oh no, this is wrong and this is gonna happen. And it's just like, it's quite sad that these thought leaders, these people who feed this bullshit to people that are worried and scared, are just feed them shit in order to keep their own power. Now you can say, oh, the left feeds people shit, but they don't want the fucking power. And the ones that do want that power are generally exposed. And we're gonna talk about like the Civil War thing. This Civil War kind of attitude, let's go for a Civil War. They don't know what a fucking Civil War is. It is fucking brutal and bloody. And unless you just want to go to extermination squads for people that, you know, don't look like you think they're supposed to, then you don't know who your fucking enemy is. That's why it's a Civil War. But let's continue.
What is the Democrat Party going to do to stop this? How are they going to make the Chinese pay for it? None of that is relevant. All they're doing is getting into the gutter on the scummiest lever to blame Trump for everything.
So here's the thing. The Democrats, like, you see like several different messages actually melding together. The China's got to pay for it, which meld together from Mexico's going to pay for the wall. And what are the Democrats are going to do it? Like, they literally passed 3 bills. Now, the last one was shit, but they literally have passed multiple bills in order to try to make sure that they get people stimulus checks. The Republicans want to cut that shit. It's a fucking disease. It's not like it's troops on fucking soil. You have to deal with it different. But a lot of these people think that it's a war and it's a fight because they fall into that whole fight, flight, or freeze bullshit. But let's continue.
Democrats can go to hell. Are you people nuts?
No, I think 200,000 dead Americans is good enough for a
Blame it on the Chinese, because I'm not buying any more Chinese. My campaign says boycott China, and I'm not paying for people who want me dead. Got it? Find some balls in your community to actually put the blame where it belongs.
But that blame is being put where it belongs. Trump could have did a lot more. He could have closed down the economy, but he was so scared of his re-election campaign that he needed to make sure that this would go away. What happened? It'll go away in a few weeks. What happened to her? It never hit here. Then it'll go away in a few weeks. Then it'll go away by summer. But you can't talk to that man about this because he's bought so much in. And again, I'm not ragging on him. I know it may sound like I'm just saying, oh, he's stupid, but no, he is, and I've heard it before. I've heard it just recently. It's not that he's a low information voter. He's a bad information voter. And he's taking this shit and then melded it in and just thinking that like these motherfuckers are really after us. So we have to fight. But my man, I don't know. So let's continue.
Stop the BS already.
But sir, I would, even if you do blame the Chinese for the virus, you're talking about not wearing masks. The virus is real.
Yeah, the virus is real. And then what? I'm outdoors. Outdoors is not a problem. Indoors is the problem.
But scientists say that.
No, don't get me about the scientists. Everybody from Fauci to CDC, they lied about AIDS and they're lying about it now. You can't find a decent comment from any of these people. You want to play that game? End of story.
Paying $750.
Well, again, like this whole thing about denying science, this whole thing about making sure that like science is bad, and it's just, I don't know, like, guys, help me out with this. Like, I get it. Certain things that a lot of guys actually try to figure out is that when it comes to science, our science literacy in this country is so fucking bad. It's horribly bad. It is just horrible. And then people kind of want to shy away from things that they just don't know, that they can't understand, so they don't want to feel wrong. And so we get this whole science denial. and it's just bad. But let's continue.
And taxes, not a lot of money for a man who, who says that he has billions of dollars. Do you think that's unfair?
I think it's minor league. It's 2016 all over again. It's BS. He gives his salary to charity. The man's given millions already on every other level. $700. I mean, you guys are desperate to keep playing this stupid game.
He's talked about being a billionaire, but it turns out he may actually owe $421 million. Does that bother you at all?
No, not at all. I hope he owes, $10 billion. What do I care?
So remember when Trump actually first started, he was like, I'm good because I'm a successful billionaire and I'm just great and I do all of these wonderful, like I'm just gonna donate my salary. First, he gets caught where he doesn't donate his salary, where he doesn't donate to charity, where he has charitable frauds. And I get the Democrats attack that he's only paid $750 in taxes. Fuck, I made my last year that I was with my ex, I had to pay more than that in taxes. And we were making less than $50,000. But like guys like this they don't actually, you can't win them on he cheated the government out of taxes. He didn't cheat anybody. He doesn't have any money. He's broke. He owes more than half of a billion, or close to half of a billion, that's coming due closely. And the fact that the Democrats aren't playing that up is a fucking problem. I will tell you this. No successful, smart businessman goes bankrupt 6 times. He doesn't. It's a loser. But let's continue.
I come from Miami. I drove up here. When we had Hurricane Andrew, we had signs all over. Looters get shot. You got it? That's where we're at.
Hurricane Andrew was 1992, and we're talking about 2020 now. And I want to know, though, like, what do you see from the president, from the administration, on rioting, on those issues that are more to your liking? Because a lot of people would say that there wasn't action other than calling the military in several days after in Minnesota. Do you see that?
It stopped. And what happened in Kenosha? It stopped. The point is, all these rioting and all this craziness is going on in Democratic-controlled cities, all of it designed to get Trump, which means we have to make everyone's life so miserable and so hateful that they will vote for Biden. If that's the way they want to do business, I'm not interested.
Okay, so first of all, I think nuance is lost on guys like this because, one, you get so many news outlets that says rioters. There was only a small percentage of rioters, but the rest are protests. But the thing about it is, and this is what kills me, a lot of these people, actually, the nuance is lost because they think everybody's trying to attack them. Everybody's trying to fucking attack them. And the fact is, dude, the same rights that you want are the same reason the rights that Black Lives Matter wants. They want the same respect that you have, but they're not getting it. Black people have been paying respectable politics for the last 50 years. Oh, you have to do this, you have to act like this, and we are still being killed in the fucking streets. Let's talk about, if you want to say, oh, certain people were criminals, all certain people associated with criminals. There was a fucking kid that was literally in the city, I believe it was Denver, that was doing nothing but trying to be nice to people, and they fucking manhandled him and shot him with fucking tranquilizer because they were scared of him. He was what, 140 pounds? 19 years old? But because he had a fucking darker skin color, he was a threat. You see people standing outside protesting. Oh, it's a group of people with a fucking skin color. They're a threat. And it's not just that he's thinking this way. His fucking thought leaders, OAN, Fox News, Breitbart, all these other motherfucking bullshit ass news outlets that have a spin that's looking to keep their power are spinning this shit. And the only information that they're getting is be afraid of the dark man. Be afraid. And the orange man is going to protect you. But let's continue.
The fact that they would even go so low as to say that he's called losers and cowards to World War I veterans. I mean, what kind of insanity is this? This guy's put up $2.5 trillion, for the military.
But he did. He actually even came out and says, well, yeah, I said it. It's like, I know, like, and that's the thing, like, I try not to think that these people are stupid. I try not to. But it's just like, why don't these fucking news sites that they fucking follow, instead of lapping motherfucking leather off the fucking heels and boots of Donald Trump because they're scared of losing their popularity, they tell all of the fucking truth. I listen to progressive sites. I do. And I know even when it hurts them, they say the truth. People don't necessarily have to think in binaries. They can learn nuance. But they be just getting a full dose of just black and white, black and white, black and white, black and white. And so they think in a world of black and white. But let's continue.
He's there more than anybody. So whenever the swamp decides to play this dirty game, it just moves masses of people who might have been on the fence, who maybe don't like Trump, but when they realize how dirty the other side is, they're moving in his direction. And that's where I'm at. The more BS you throw out on this low-class level when the country is in such danger and such chaos and such division, the more you throw this stuff out, the more people will be voting for Trump. Keep doing it, not a problem.
So, what have we learned today? Again, this is not a reflection on this guy. I don't want anybody to think that I'm just coming down on this guy or just like trying to just dog him at all. It's more a reflection of the diet of what Trump supporters actually get, the news diet that they're actually getting. And I want to actually try to reach out to people like this because I think they can be saved. I think they can be reached. Because if, like, man, dude, if you cut me, I bleed red like you. What was ironic, and I was watching it on a Let's Play. Fucking God of War. I was the 2018, and it was a discussion about the light elves and the dark elves. And the funny fucking part about it is, they were talking about the war in Alfheim, and Atreus asks, "Well, if they're the same, why do they keep fighting?" And Mimir laughs and says, "Isn't that cute?" And Atreus was like, "Wait, what does that mean?" And Kratos replies, "That's just the world it is. If we are the same, why are we fighting? Why don't we take these motherfuckers and go and say, yo, we know where the pitchforks are, motherfuckers. You are our employees. You not our rulers. We tell you what to do." But the right wing has actually ginned up so much of a base where they actually need to become, essential and necessary essential. And the Democrats aren't aren't guiltless in that, but they spent up so much fear and so much hate and so much anxiety that Trump isn't the fucking cause. He's a symptom of, you're afraid, follow me. And with that being said, hey, you don't have to be afraid to follow me. Please like and share this video and subscribe and hit that notification bell so when you get when these videos go live, you actually get those videos. And by the way, Patreons get these a few days earlier, and everybody else gets them. Everybody gets it about 3 days later. Anyway, guys, I want to thank everybody who's watched today. Please, if you have any questions, you can actually reach me always in my Discord server, and you enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.